Hello, Michael Grady here. I'm going to reach into the mailbag and answer some questions that a person's asking about hypnosis that you may have wondered and asked yourself. So here we go right now. Self-hypnosis seems fascinating to me. I've been to a couple hypnotists trying to get assistance for a few years in my life, and none of them have been able to hypnotize me properly. I would love to think that someone could successfully put me under because there is stuff I really have to get out. Although I don't really know what this stuff is myself. I just don't think anyone could successfully do it. Do you have any ideas for me? Thanks so much. I appreciate your help. Thanks so much for your help on this, Michael. I really appreciate it. Yes, I do have some ideas for you. First off, yes, self-hypnosis is really fascinating, and self-hypnosis is an amazing tool if you're looking to change yourself or improve yourself in any way. It's by far one of my favorite techniques of how to reprogram yourself and really take the ideas of who you want to be and submit them to the deeper part of yourself so they start to grow those ideas and you start to take on shift a lot faster and easier than if you were just to use conscious continual application. So you've been to a few different hypnotists to get assistance on your issues, although none of them have been able to hypnotize you properly. There's a few reasons for this, and I don't know exactly who these people were, but here's the deal with hypnotists. A lot of people that go through hypnosis trainings, they get taught what is called a progressive relaxation technique and other visualization techniques. So they relax a person, and once they're relaxed, then they start to talk to them with hypnotic suggestions. Now, that can induce a hypnotic state. It's possible, although it's very unlikely a person's actually going into the hypnosis just by simply relaxing. Now, it is beneficial to relax your mind and visualize and program yourself, although it's not true hypnosis. So if you're working with someone who just put you into a relaxed state, and you don't have the focus of concentration expanded upon into the deeper levels of your awareness, then it's not really true hypnosis unless you actually experience hypnotic phenomenon to occur. Like, for example, your eyelids closing shut by a subconscious movement, by your hand levitating up with subconscious direction. So that is one of the things that happened when you go to see a hypnotist and you might not see changes. They might not actually be using hypnosis. So we call that relaxation therapy. That's not hypnosis per se. So you furthermore say, I would love to see if someone could successfully put me under because there's stuff I have to get out. You know, I have come across this question a lot. I've been to a lot of hypnotists and I haven't actually been hypnotized before. And I really want to experience it. I see these videos, I see these people that get hypnotized and they believe anything that's said to them to be true, and I want to experience that state. There's a few different ways we can go about this. First off, you want to work with someone who's actually using real hypnotic techniques. Second, your ability to go into a trance is also your ability to follow along and your ability to exercise that part of your mind. Just like someone's really good at computers and they can just hop on a computer and they can do programming and all kinds of things, and just like a different person is amazing at sports, these two people may not be good at the two different skills as well. Like a person really good at sports may be crap at computers, and a person who's really good at computers may be crap at sports. And just like we're all differently wired for different what we're drawn to, some people aren't so easily hypnotized as someone who can just fall into trance real easily. So, but everyone can get better is the point. So the more you practice going into hypnosis, the deeper you will go. Eventually, you will have an amazing experience if you keep on practicing it. So what I suggest is you get some good hypnosis audios and you continually listen to them, and you utilize the self-hypnosis too. Because you being able to hypnotize yourself and to influence your own subconscious mind will allow, when you choose, someone else to influence your subconscious mind in the way that you want them to, so you can experience those deeper hypnotic states. And the more you practice, the better you get. You having a belief, thinking it's hard for you to go into hypnosis, will actually compound that. And in actuality, that's really a hypnotic state of yours of being not hypnotizable. It's a belief that is getting strengthened. Whenever you have a viewpoint of a belief on a certain subject or an area of yourself or on your life, and that belief compounds, your hypnotic state to that trance just deepened, right? So when you can start to become aware of this, and you can start to guide yourself to different types of trances, right now you're in the place of, I cannot be hypnotized, and you continually to move yourself to a place of, you know what, other people have been hypnotized, and if everyone has a brain and consciousness, then maybe everyone does go into a hypnotic state and can be hypnotized to a certain degree. And maybe if I continually practice hypnosis with myself or others, I can continually get better at it. And maybe I can continually enter into deeper states of hypnosis just a little bit at a time, and perhaps someday I will be hypnotized where I will start to see change in my life. And when you can move yourself to different states of trance like that, that in itself is inducing self-hypnosis. Just simply walking yourself into a different state of mind. And that can work the same way. If you're feeling horrible, and you can slowly move yourself to feeling good. Or you're not confident, and you can slowly find your way to being confident. And that is a hypnotic process in itself. And to the degree that you can influence yourself in that manner is to the degree that you are hypnotizing yourself. So those are a few ideas for you. And if you'd like to explore this more, of course, contact me and we can do a session and really explore your questions as well. And then you have one last thing that says you really want to go under because you have stuff that you have to get out, but you don't know what the stuff is. So it sounds like that you have limitations or you have some type of challenge you're working with, and you don't know why you have it. But it doesn't mean that you have to explore and find out why. You could use a regression technique to find out those sort of things, but that's actually not necessarily all the time. That's because there's specific techniques that you can influence your subconscious mind to get rid of the issue at hand, and you utilize the subconscious mind as the servo mechanism as it is to do the work for you. See, that's the great thing about using your subconscious mind. It is like a computer. You can program it. So once the subconscious gets the message of what you want it to have, and it takes it, it will then work out those issues for you. Little by little, more and more as time goes on, it figures things out. Similar into the way that if you are focusing on solving a problem and you're doing lots of studying and you're looking through lots of material and you're doing lots of reading, and finally you take a nap or you go to bed, and then at some point you have an epiphany and it gives you the idea on how to solve it. What happened was you fed your mind enough that the subconscious took on the responsibility of solving that problem. It got the message and delivered it to you once it was solved, and once it had the gateway to present that idea and opportunity to you. The same thing happens when it helps you sort out an issue and clear whatever it is that you would like to have cleared. So you don't necessarily have to know what it is that's keeping you back or how you learn that problem. You can simply, there's other methods that allow that to happen otherwise. So what you are working on, hypnosis can definitely help with. You can be hypnotized. It's very, very possible for you with practice, with some determination, with some understanding of how it's actually working. I think you can see already that being hypnotized doesn't necessarily mean when you go through the session you're going to have complete amnesia like some people have. It doesn't necessarily have to happen like that. What is more important is that you're helping yourself move from one place to the other in incremental steps. And if you're able to do that more and more and influence the deeper part of yourself in that way, then you're successfully hypnotizing yourself, even if it's just a little bit. Every little improvement allows that to happen. So I hope that helps you, and I hope the people that are watching this kind of get some insight into how the hypnosis works as well, because these are your question you have is great, and it's also very common to ask these questions. So my name is Michael Grady. You can find more information on my website, yourmindnow.com. And if you'd like to ask any more questions, you can submit your questions to michael@yourmindnow.com.